So I went to lab July 25th on my birthday to the 28th. It was a great experience. I love being able to be hands-on, meeting new people. I did go to Orlando, Florida, because that's where our district is for the North Carolina applicants or students. Friends, it's your girl Portia back with another video. I'm super excited to let you guys know that I am back from my lab and your girl passed on the first try, no remediation or anything, and the overall experience was amazing and I really enjoyed myself. I got to meet people that I've spoken with over the internet in person, and it was just super cool to actually see each other face to face. And so disclaimer or whatever, I cannot go into depth of what skills that I got for lab, for your assessment day, but I can give you insight and let you guys know what you need to focus on, So I went for lab. I'm actually gonna back up because I want to give a timeline because a lot of people ask me about this and I don't see a lot of videos explaining, because I like to explain the process like how I did for admissions and all that. So when you start your second term, also it depends on how many prereqs you're bringing in, because that can determine, where your lab will fall in a sense. So a lot of people ask me on social media like, oh, when is lab, when is clinical, when is this, when is this, when is this? So it all depends on how many classes you bring in. For instance, I had everything done through Sophia Learning and I have videos about that. Everything was done through Sophia, so I literally had my 4 pre-nursing classes that are non-transferable through WGU. So when I brought in my 4 pre-nursing courses, whatever, I started May 1st. Just kidding. I started November 24th, 2024. That's when I started my first term of my 4 classes. I finished 6 weeks early because you can accelerate your classes. And no clinicals. You can't accelerate clinicals as of now that I know. I don't know, this program is changing a lot. So a lot of my videos that I posted last year about the progress and all that changed, because now you can, they take TEAS scores now. Before when I applied, it was just HESI. So now it's HESI and TEAS. So certain things are changing within the program. It's evolving and a lot of people are applying. So I guess they're just navigating through different things, but I haven't had any issues with this program. And yeah. So after that, I finished 6 weeks early. So I was done. My term ended, so I did November to April. I was done in March, beginning of March, April, yeah. So and that's when you do all your compliance stuff. So you guys definitely be working on that in your first term or whatever term. Just work on getting your blood work, your shots, and all that stuff. I do have some medical exemptions, so if you guys want more detail on that, if you could message me or whatever. But yeah, so after that, I finished 6 weeks early. So now I'm looking at my computer so I can give you guys the exact timeline of how everything started. So your second term is, well, for me, my second term was my clinical term. So that's when labs start. So I finished my term early and I got an email stating where. So I got an email saying by my mentor, giving me a link to get my lab bag. So I have a video on my lab bag. I think I specify all that stuff. So I got that a day or 2 before my actual second term started. My second term started May 1st. I'm looking at my email. I got, April 29th. I got the email lab bag and all this stuff. Ordered my lab bag as soon as I got the email. So April 29th, and it shipped, and I got my tracking and all that, and it delivered in 8 days. So I got my lab bag within 8 days, which is pretty awesome. And then, yeah, 5/5, so May 5th. So I ordered it April 29th, it got here May 5th. Okay, so, yeah, so everything was moving along pretty quickly. The classes that I had for term 2, which is my clinical term, assessment, interpersonal leadership and professional growth, basic skills, nursing skills, which is your lab, and then adult health 1, which is your clinical class. I knocked out health assessment by June 13th. Remember, I started May 1st, and then I knocked out interpersonal July 7th, and then basic skills nursing was July 28th. As soon as you pass your your assessment checkoff, skills checkoffs, it was already uploaded and showing green. So it did it pretty quick. And then now I'm in adult health, and I just did my tickets to ride for skills. So I finished my ticket to ride for clinicals. You need to do these HESI case study assessments for your tickets to ride, just like you have tickets to ride to basic lab. So you do have tickets to ride for basic lab. You have to do shadow health. So that's for that. 2 weeks apart is actually like 13 days before you can go to lab. So best thing to do is knock that out first. I knocked that out first with basic and all that. So let's just get into lab. So lab, day 1, we introduced ourselves. The instructors introduced themselves. We did watch the WGU videos. So I practiced a whole bunch at home, and it did help me because when I got there, everything was like a refresher. I wasn't like new to everything. My lab bag wasn't foreign. It didn't have dust. Like, I literally practiced at home. So, yeah. Basically, you should really practice at home and get familiar with your lab kit. And also, like, the instructors are there to help you succeed. So whatever they say, pay attention, jot down notes, because it's going to help you on assessment day. Open up your syringes. Like, don't use them all because there is a shortage for that. But just get so what I did, I kept reusing. I didn't use a safety. So I had a insulin syringe, IM injection syringe, 2 other ones. And I practiced, and I kept reusing them. I didn't put the safety, because once you put the safety, you can't use the syringe or needle. And I did insulin drawing up and all that stuff. I have like a couple video shorts me doing that. Practice Foley. I opened 1 Foley kit, so just open 1, don't use both. But if you do, they'll provide you with another one. Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like falling asleep during some of these videos, because I already watched them and I didn't go through a whole bunch. I also use outside sources like YouTube and all that, Simple Nursing, because I am a visual learner and I don't like textbook reading all the time. I just like to pick different things out, but I did. So everything we watched in class, I already done that. So I already watched it. So I was kind of like falling asleep. I was like, okay. But then it got to the fun stuff where, day 1, we just like started opening our kits and using stuff, and we just did different skills. They came around to see if you were doing it right. If you had any questions, you can ask, stuff like that. So lab was pretty chill, pretty calm. It wasn't hectic at all, and the instructors are super, super nice in Orlando. Key takeaway: ask questions, open your lab kit, have fun, smile, and then just brush up on your anatomy, your patho, and your dosage, and your pharm. To be honest, like just get used to it, because like this program builds up on each other. So you're always gonna have like a random dosage problem, not even just lab, but just anywhere. Like some of these quizzes and stuff just have like dosage problems. I'm like, oh yeah. So I had to convert. but I still got it. Already got my lab dates for my second lab, intermediate lab, nursing skills. I already got my dates for that. I was not able to choose, so I just got certain dates. That was that. So my first time, they do give you sometimes you can get dates to choose from. So my first lab, I got Orlando, and then I got multiple dates. So I got back-to-back weekends, and then I got consecutive 4 days. And I picked that because I feel like that I have a family, my 4 daughters, my husband, we all drove down, rented an Airbnb, and stayed. We're gonna do that again in my next lab in December. See if I could move up D219 since I'm only in adult health right now. And after my clinical, they give you a window September 8th to the 28th. So that'll be my window. I gotta get a flu shot renewed because it expired. So I'm doing that tomorrow at my primary care visit. But I'm gonna see if I can move that up. I've seen other people do that, so it is possible to accelerate your classes again. But yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. Please comment, subscribe, like this video, save it, share with other nursing students who are looking to get in the program. And if you're still on the fence about joining this program, I say do it. The time's gonna pass anyway. I just turned 34 and I couldn't be happier. Bye.